Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Online here. Welcome back to another video, guys. And as you guys can see from the gameplay and the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about Ready at Dawn's The Order 1886 and ultimately give you guys my thoughts on where the studio is headed next and if there's going to be possibly an Order 1886 sequel. But yeah, I thought this would be an interesting topic to address today and kind of tackle for today's video. I've been thinking about this for the past couple of weeks, so I figured this would be a good topic to address to you guys and ultimately get your thoughts on it too. So as you guys know, Ready at Dawn has worked on the PSP games for, I believe, quite a bit of time. They worked on the God of War games for the PSP as Ethan Daxter, and they decided to go for a new IP when the PS4 launched. And in 2015, they came out with The Order 1886. Now, this game got quite a bit of hate and mixed receptions just simply for the fact that this game was a lot cinematic and not really much like a game. And even more so, the game was maybe even like 8 hours long, 5 to 8 hours long, I think, something like that. I don't think it was 5 hours long like the accusations were, but it definitely wasn't on the long spectrum. So you're paying $60 for this game, which wasn't that long lasting. It didn't have that replayability, so you're kind of playing it for like an experience, kind of like a movie type thing, and a lot of people hate it for it. Me, I had mixed receptions about this. I didn't buy it day one, but I did buy it when it went down to like 30-40 bucks. So ever since The Order 1886, the studio has been working on really one game ever since, and that is Lone Echo. It is kind of like this VR game coming to Oculus Rift where you're like in this kind of space odyssey kind of journey, and you can interact with the environment, kind of like a lot of VR games are going to. You can grab things, you know, kind of like the typical 360-degree VR game, and it's going to be exclusive with the Oculus Touch. And well, I think that that's probably what they're mainly focusing on right now. I don't think that's going to be everything. I do think they're working on something else, and they did say in the past that they do want to have another sequel to The Order and are interested into it, but they just want Sony to greenlight it. As for Sony, if they greenlight that yet, I don't know that for sure. I kind of have a feeling that they're telling the truth, and I feel like, you know, Sony hasn't really done with anything yet. I do think Sony does own the IP, though, so they can really, you know, call any things, but, you know, it's kind of interesting to me. I feel like they could possibly already be working on the sequel, but honestly, it's kind of like one of those quiet studios like Sony been, where you don't really know what they're working on, so you kind of just gotta assume. You know, I'm not sure how big their, you know, studio size is, so I'm not sure if they're only working on a VR game, but I reckon since they made a pretty big game like The Order 1886, their size must be pretty decent in length and with population. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if we heard the team in the next year, like at PSX 2017, or maybe even close to E3 2017. That's also a possibility. And there is kind of like that gap of, like, you know, we've already seen a lot of announcements by things like Insomniac with Spider-Man, things like Sony Santa Monica with God of War. You know, there's kind of like those gaps of, you know, Sucker Punch still has to show something. It's been a while for them, probably a new IP, as I said in the last video or two, and as well as Ready at Dawn, they finished their game in 2015. I do say that Ready at Dawn kind of have some breathing room. I don't think they necessarily need to announce their game yet, and whereas that's going to be The Order 1886, I have no clue. I don't know if it's going to be a sequel at all, but I do really hope it is one, and I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that since they're open to it and that they set up this pretty big universe, and I think they're going to come back to it, and I do think we're going to get a sequel, but I do think it's going to be a lot more different. I think they're going to be kind of catering towards more of a gameplay essence in the game. I feel like it's going to be a lot more bigger on scale. We've seen things like Uncharted 2 turn out way better than the first game of that series, and honestly, I think The Order 1886 can do the same. I think it has a lot of potential, and I do believe that Ready at Dawn is probably working on the Order sequel. I do feel like they're going to learn from their mistakes, and they're going to make more things like longer replayability, a lengthier campaign, and make it a $60 purchase. I do feel like now in this day and age, a lot of people really can't afford games since they're so pricey. The main thing is they do need a reason to come back to this game. You know, it can't really be a one and done thing, and if it is a one and done thing, it needs to be a really good experience, and I feel like The Order 1886 didn't quite hit that at all. And yeah, so if they're working on a sequel, that's up in the air, but I am leaning towards a sequel, and yeah, I don't think they're going to be going back to a new IP, so yeah, I think The Order 1886 is definitely going to get a sequel, and I do think it's pretty likely that we'll see it in the next couple of years, probably, you know, more towards the end of this generation. And yeah, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you guys actually play The Order 1886? Is it not your type of game? I reckon a lot of people, they didn't really buy it because it's not that type of game, and they didn't really get much from it. It's definitely kind of like an Until Dawn thing where it's only, you know, you play it once and you get a great experience from it. But yeah, guys, this has been Online. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts on this is. And yeah, guys, leave a like if you like the video. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, guys, this has been Online, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.